I don't know why, but pretty much all riders, when their horse gets nervous and tense, we all tend to want to do this where we like lean forward and pull on our horses. It's kind of just human nature. Hello, in today's video, we are covering how to get your horse relaxed and supple. It's really important that both you and your horse are relaxed, because if you're tense and nervous and your horse is tense and nervous, you really can't accomplish anything. So suppleness is more like the dressage term for relaxation, and suppleness encompasses both the mental and physical relaxation of your horse. If you've heard of the training scale, suppleness is the second level of the training scale. So suppleness is something that you always want to establish at the beginning of your ride before moving on to doing movements or anything more advanced. I'm going to be doing a free webinar on June 23rd all about the training scale. So check out in the description, there's a link for you to RSVP and save your seat. So in today's video, we're going to start off first with your rider position. Then we're going to talk about establishing a steady tempo. And then we're going to talk about bend. All three of these ingredients are really important to get your horse relaxed and also to get you relaxed, because they go hand in hand. It's a lot easier for you to be relaxed when your horse is relaxed, and it's easier for your horse to be relaxed when you're relaxed. So the first thing we want to talk about is, of course, our rider position and breathing. So for your rider position, you want to make sure that you have the nice alignment from your ear, shoulder, hip, heel, and that you're really sitting in and connected to your seat. I don't know why, but pretty much all riders, when their horse gets nervous and tense, we all tend to want to do this where we like lean forward and pull on our horses. It's kind of just human nature to curl up into fetal position. But when you lean forward and pull, for one, it makes your horse nervous because you're pulling on the reins. And for two, it makes you in a really vulnerable position when you're leaning forward like that, because if your horse does turn fast or buck or bolt, you're just going to come right off the front of your horse. So step one, sit back, connect your seat, and then really breathe. And when you're breathing on your horse, breathe, if you can, breathe in through your nose. And think about expanding your lower belly, like below your belt buckle, so that when you breathe in, it actually sinks you deeper into the saddle rather than you coming out of the saddle. So number one, position and breathing. Number two is steady tempo. So first I'm going to demonstrate what I see a lot with my riders, and I'm going to show you how this really doesn't help with suppleness. So what I see a lot when I go teach clinics is when you're coming towards like the barns over here, horse goes faster, 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 faster. And then going away from the barn is like the horse is barely going and they're like losing their balance and coming a little bit forward. And then they're like, okay, I have to go more forward. And you put your leg on and your horse is like running off towards the barn. Now your horse is going to the barn. But then as you go away from the barn, your horse is like going super slow. And when your horse slows down, you kind of get like that, pitched forward. And then you could, oh gosh, leg again and fast again. So you can see how all this go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. It's really hard for me to stay balanced. And it's also hard for Mercurio. It makes him anxious when I'm like, go, stop, go, stop. So a huge part of getting your horse relaxed is just staying with the same tempo. And the best way to do this is by counting. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whatever gait you're in, count the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or music, it's always great to play some music. I'm going to change direction. And then also anticipate where your horse is going to speed up and slow down. So for example, let me go back to that circle. If I know my horse is drawn over there to the barn and I know he's going to want to speed up, I'm going to think little half halt. Now I'm going to send him forward, right? Because I know he's going to slow down going away from the barn. So if you're having trouble maintaining the tempo, you need to get ahead of it. Where Right now I'm thinking slow down because we're headed to the barn. And about now I'm thinking speed up because we're headed away from the barn. Good boy. And then now I'm thinking a little half halt so that I'm getting a steady tempo. And as I establish a steady tempo, my horse starts to relax. When we think about the training scale, rhythm and tempo is the base of the training scale, and suppleness is the second level of the training scale. And those two things are very much related because when you're thinking about rhythm and tempo, it goes a long way to helping your horse relax. So if your horse tends to be hot and tense, let me know in the comments if your horse is hot and tense. In general, you want to think about having just a little bit of a slower tempo than they want. So let me show you on Mercurio. I like this tempo for him. If I make him go like quicker in the tempo, and I give him a little tap and I kind of rev him up a little, he still feels pretty good, but you can see he's a little bit more tense. I can hear him breathing a little quicker. So if I take just a tick off the tempo, and the way I slow down the tempo is by pulling my tummy in and just posting a little bit slower, a little slower. This is still faster than I had before, right? 1, 2, 1. There. This would be a tempo that would help him to relax. Good boy. Okay, so the third thing is bend. And when you're going on a circle line, you want your horse bending from poll to tail. So if you were to look at from above, from a drone view, from the poll to the tail, we want equal bend in our horse's body. How can you tell if your horse is bending? When you're above your horse, if you can see the inside eyelash, and if you have a little space between the inside rein and the inside of your horse's neck, and your horse is not falling in, then your horse is bending. I'll also, in the description, I'll put another free resource for you where I have some photos about bending, and it helps you to analyze your ride. Okay, so here, now I'm getting my horse bending to the left, staying off my left leg, moving into the right rein. I can see his left eyelashes now. Good boy. I'm going to let him walk for a minute. Good boy. So getting your horse's body bending left and right, that is what we call lateral suppleness. And lateral suppleness does a couple of things. One is it helps your horse's muscles to relax. So it helps with physical relaxation because every horse has a hollow side and a stiff side. So when you can get them bending left and right, it loosens their muscles. Physically for your horse, when they're bending around the circle line, it helps them to focus and look inside the arena. A lot of times I watch my horse's ears and like they can look out of the arena for a second or two, but then I remind them, hey, look inside the arena, get their inside ear to tip back and look at you every now and then. So that is why bend is super important. There's another video which I'll put in the description where I go through the bending aids because there are very specific aids that you put on to get your horse bending. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to come to our free webinar on the training scale and give us a thumbs up if you liked this video. We have a new video coming every single Wednesday with awesome tips and tricks to help you with your riding.